Ever been around naughty children, you know, the kind that misbehave a lot, and thought to yourself, they must have been raised by wolves? Well, in this book, you will not only meet 3 children raised by wolves, but you will be howling for much, much more. And joining me this morning is the author of The Incorrigible Children of Ashton Place, Maryrose Wood. Good morning, Maryrose.
Hi, Christy.
I'm so glad you're here.
I'm delighted to be here.
Gotta tell you, a lot of fun, this book.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, a lot of imagination, just fantastic adventure. Let's talk about the storyline first.
Sure. Well, the book takes place in Victorian England, which is a wonderful period. And the main character is Miss Penelope Lumley, who's a 15-year-old recent graduate of a school called the Swanbourne Academy for Poor, Bright Females. So she's graduated from Swanbourne. It's time for her to get a job. And she sees an advertisement for the job of a governess. And it reads, "Wanted immediately, governess for 3 lively children, experience with animals strongly preferred."
And experience with animals strongly preferred, because as it turns out, as I was reading this book, these children have been raised by wolves.
In fact, they have been. She doesn't know that when she takes the job, but she actually thinks it must mean that they have a lot of pets. So off she goes to the interview. It goes surprisingly well. They offer her the job on the spot, and only then does she discover that these pupils are not quite yet ready for French and Latin and geography. She actually has to first teach them how to wear clothes and stop chasing squirrels.
Now what made you think of wolves? Because I found that to be so creative.
Creative? It's completely autobiographical. What are you talking about? I have 2 kids, and I think that anybody who has raised kids or has taught kids knows that they don't come out of the box knowing exactly how to behave. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
As a mom.
Been there, done that.
Exactly. So I think that there's that saying, and I've always been delighted that even little children are always familiar with that saying. When I ask them, did you ever hear that saying? Children who are so naughty, they must have been raised by wolves, and they all go, oh, yeah. I was like, oh, you've heard that, haven't you? So, saying what if is a great joy for a writer. So for me, I think I just said, what if that were really true?
Now, what I found interesting was Penelope's only 15.
Yes.
Such a young age.
Yes.
And yet she has a huge task, and she endures.
She does endure. I think Penelope is, to me, the embodiment of a very old-fashioned virtue that I like to call pluck. You know, pluck. It's a great quality. I mean, she's optimistic. She herself is really kind of sheltered and naive, but she has this sense, which was imbued in her at the Swanbourne Academy, that you just have to do what's necessary to get the job done.
Great message.
It is. As she tells the children, there are many who would think that having been raised by wolves is an undesirable start in life, but howling is not the solution to any of life's problems. No excuses. I love that about her.
I love when she finally realizes they've been raised by wolves.
Yes.
Where's that passage?
Oh, I would love to read it to you. May I?
Do that.
Okay. Well, this is a passage near the beginning of the book. Penelope has already gone for her job interview. She's accepted the job as governess, but she's not yet been permitted to meet the children. Very mysterious. She's in her room unpacking at Ashton Place, this grand English manor house, and she hears this dreadful howling sound coming in through the window. Do you think you could help me out with that, like a sound effect?
Okay. How?
Okay, it was like this. Should we do it together? So she's going to hear this sound, and then she's going to run out to the barn to investigate. Let's do it. Okay. Perfect.
You're better than me. Okay, let's see. I love this part.
Okay. She runs to the barn, and she flings open the doors, and she looks around to see if she can find what she believes are wounded animals hiding in the darkness. "Hello," Penelope said in a soft, soothing tone. "Oh, you unfortunate creatures, are you all right?" Slowly, noiselessly, something moved inside the barn. 3 sets of eyes glinted from the dark corners of the rearmost stalls where the sun did not reach. "Come here." Penelope wished she had thought to bring some scraps of meat with her to lure the poor frightened things. "Come out where I can see you." The creatures obeyed. Well, they were not dogs or ponies or any other kind of 4-legged animal. They were 3 children, and they stared at Penelope with the shining, watchful eyes of wild things.
I love it. Now, let me tell you something. You've been going around schools and reading. Tell me the feedback you're getting in schools. You're reading to children of what, 8 years old, 9 years old?
Ages 8 to 12.
Okay.
The book is targeted for 8 to 12, and it's been so much fun to visit schools. And I tell you, one thing that I really love is when the teachers tell me what fun they've had reading the book aloud and how much the children have enjoyed it. And I think it's partly because the narrator of the book is this kind of, got this witty personality, but also I think it's because it's really fun hearing your teacher howl, frankly. I think the kids love that.
You have been a delight.
Thank
I have
you.
enjoyed having you on our show. Can you just give me one more howl before we leave?
You've got it.
Maryrose, enchanting. And there's more coming, right? Part 1, Part 2?
Oh, this is the first book of a series because we've got a lot of mysteries to solve.
Thank you so much. I had a great time, and good luck with the book.
Thank you so much.
And for more information on the Incorrigible Children of Ashton Place or Maryrose Wood, just go to her website, maryrosewood.com.
When you join the Balancing Act VIP Club, you'll be signing up to win a monthly package full of the goodies you see on the show every day. Each month, we'll offer you a new bonanza of prizes, so be sure to visit thebalancingact.com's VIP Club page each month to check out the latest prize package and enter to win.